What's up everyone, this is JDM. Today I will be showing you tips and tricks on train. This is one of my favorite maps as an opper. You can do a lot on this map. Just different choke points that you can try to get a pick on. Something that I like to do for a molly play, this is if I want to be want to get aggro on CT side. I will tell my teammates, I'm going to be running out of Z, I'm going to molly T-con. Can someone smoke my ladder? And someone flash towards T-con. So I will molly, I need my teammate to flash T-con when they're coming out of Z. And I need a teammate to be smoking ladder as well. I do this play probably once every match usually. But yeah, I'll run out, I'll bank a molly off a T-con, and I'll have a flash that's gonna be popped right from my teammate. So a flash is already popping in case someone's going for an aggro pick. And my molly will be like right here. And what I will do is I'll swing and I'll use this as a kind of like, to blur their vision a little bit. So as a T side, it's hard to see just in general when you're on the T side as an opper. And you're not expecting really someone to be coming up close like this and swinging with an op. So I'm using this as protection once again for them to not be able to run out on me. And then just trying to take control of T-con, because train CT side, it's really important to get map control as a CT player. So you either want to get T-con control or ladder control most of the time, unless you're playing passive and you have information around the map of where the team is. But when you have information like that, that's when you're supposed to adapt, react to what I like to call it just offense is giving you. So if there's 3 IV, right, then you know that there's either gonna be 1 T-con or 1 ladder, and then maybe 1 brown hall. So just sometimes if there's 3 IV, teams won't have 1 T-con, they'll have 1 ladder and 1 brown hall. And sometimes they'll only have 1 brown hall, 1 T-con, and 3 IV. So when you know that that's the information that's given, you want to take over one of these choke points, either a ladder or T-con. So this is just a play that gives you that T-con control right away. There might be still, say if there's a guy in opper right here, there might still be a guy turned, being a support player for this guy, right here. So you can't just expect no one else to be in T-con if I do get this pick here. Usually if it's an opper right here, then there's gonna be a second guy in T-con. But yeah, so I have a smoke right here from my teammate, I have a flash here, I have a molly that's protecting me, and I can either go for this, or I could also do this play where I go up ladder with that molly and I peek from up top from up here. Those are 2 different variations of going for an aggro T-con play. A flash play that I like to do for myself. So I have 2 of my teammates that are coming out of Z. They are talking to each other what they want to do, as in molly T-con, if they want to get ladder control, if they want to get T-con control. Usually if they are getting ladder control, this is something that I will do for myself just to see if I can get an early round pick. But I'll just run out here, I'll jump here, and I'll flash like this, or I'll just from back here, timing wise, you can see where the entry is, and I'll just flash here, come up here, and I'll already be posted on the pallet. So in the beginning of the round, a lot of oppers on their default will like to play this angle, and they will like to just be right here, looking up top, or whatever, just these angles. And with that flash, they have to get off and they have to turn. So by the time they come back, I'll be posted on that angle, ready for them to peek. That's a flash play that I like to do for that. So now a smoke play, this would be T side. A very common play for an opper is a one-way smoke down lower. So if you go into this corner right here, and I aim at the door with my crosshair, right? It's gonna be a one-way smoke. So I can use this smoke to cover Z like this. This is such a strong position for an opper to be on lower holding Z rotation, because if you cut off this whole rotation, then, and your team is already lower, then you pretty much are going to win the round. Because rotations take forever for someone, say they came in here and say they peaked, they died from my op, right? And they're out of smokes or utility or whatever. Because a common thing to do is if an opper is on lower and you know it, or teams like to molly Z when they're taking inner, is to automatically smoke Z so you can go backside right here and rotate and try to push into the site. But if you have no utility, so I'm just giving the example as I throw the one-way smoke and say they're out of utility CT side of rotations. If they get one, or if they get picked by me, just peeking like this, their teammates might just save. They might just be like, hey, you know what? They have full control of inner, let's just save. But look at this rotation too. Like if they have no utility and they know that they can't get out Z, this whole rotation of going backside right here takes forever. And that right there is already more wasted time for the bomb, you know, ticking away. So lower right here as an opper is such a crucial, like, strong hold. And if you have a smoke, a one-way smoke here as well, I don't really think teams really do this anymore. They still do, because the meta always changes in Counter-Strike. So instead of throwing this smoke right here, we might just drop down with 3 people, like teammate, and me, and we might just drop down and hold like this while they're pushing out, and then I have Z control. But if not, like, the smoke play will work too. It was pretty popular back when MIBR was like SK. They like to do this one. Astralis like to do this back in the day too. So they throw that, and you just, you know, you have this control right here as your teammates can push into the site. So I think if I do the C-bot. Okay, so if I have a opper right there, and I throw this smoke again, I'm gonna show you guys a CT side perspective. Like, you can be a little bit lower too as a T opper, or you can even go to the left, and it's just a harder shot to hit as a CT. Also too, when you're swinging like this, you might think if your teammates didn't relay to you that it is a one-way smoke, you know, I call this kind of like lazy CS, where like maybe the person isn't as focused, you know, and like when he sees that smoke, he might not think it's a one-way or whatever. So he might just think he's covered and can swing, but you're also posted on this right here. So once he sees that edge of that smoke, he's like, oh yeah, okay, it's lower smoked, so I can just swing. Well, you're posted on it and he's dead. So that's just something too. If the information, so like your inner guy didn't relay the information that, yeah, it is a one-way smoke, then you have to be worried about this. But yeah, that's a smoke play I like to do. A lot of operators like to do as well. A one-way smoke, just having any control as an operator on T lower, inner lower, it's just so strong for your team, and you have a like way better chance and odds of winning the round when your operator is just posting on Z and your teammates are gaining space and scaling up site by also modeling Z as well. So those are the 3 plays and tricks and tips on Train. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something new on Train.